Tonight, it's Madden NFL Football.
So it all comes down to this. We are ready, and Super Bowl 58 off and running from New Orleans. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Boy, what a disastrous start to a Super Bowl. A fumble on the opening kickoff.
You don't expect a big momentum chance this early, partner, but we're going to get one right here.
Jackson looking to throw right away. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And what a way to cap off the opening touchdown drive. You go for two, and you get it.
Remember when the PAT or the extra point was a gimme, right? Not plus 99%. It's not that way anymore, so more people are willing to take a chance, go for two, and take the kicker a little bit out of the game.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got him in, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there. And almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On third down, Cousins. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Now Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got
it. We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues.
Tonight,
Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. Taken at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And here's Pickett to put it in the air off the bat. He rifles one that's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. Touchdown! Allen Lazard 29 yards. And the Packers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Rodgers will throw for it. Steps away. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And with a successful two-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. Looking for Johnson.
Tonight, from Raymond James Stadium.
Set to go now on a wet and rainy night. And off we go from Tampa. Taken from about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Play action now. Mills rolling to his right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 41. The 20. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Mills now on the move to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Texans are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Mills to throw it, out to his left. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. To throw, Mills. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. Got it inside the 10. Still not a first yet. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
How about that, partner? A little razzle-dazzle. Fake field goal that turns into a pass and a touchdown. Fooled everyone, including us.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 37. Brady going to throw. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's football 101, isn't it? Tip your cap to the rookie. He knocked that one away, but he better not relax. They're going to test him all game long.
On 2nd and 10, Brady. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, leap it. He will make the catch. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 43 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack. The sack backs him up 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. Boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
Brady going to go on 4th down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Jalen Petrie picks it up. And the Texans are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back near his goal line. Here's Mills. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they'll get him down up past across the 15. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. A first down throw for Mills. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Throwing, Mills. And he'll take this out the side of the... So give 2 points to the defense. They were in hot pursuit there, and in the end, they force him out of bounds.
You just wonder...
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
From midfield, here's Brady. This is caught by Evans. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Mike Evans, 50 yards. And the Buccaneers have taken the lead. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Very short. Stop just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points. Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage.
Mills hit, and he loses the ball. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Wow. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free. It's caught at the 10. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 41 yards. Always a benefit to have a quarterback that can roam outside of the pocket, make that throw, and I guess it's helpful to have a guy that can come down with a ball like that.
All that ties in together perfectly. Imagine being on the other side of the ball, though. You think you've got coverage. The play gets extended. Now you've got to find a receiver to plaster onto before the ball gets there. Very difficult to do. Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Steps away. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Christian Harris. And the Texans are going to get the football back at their own 17.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play would be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
On second down, here's Pierce. A beautiful fake. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Pierce will try to pick it up. Nifty move. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First and 10, it's Pierce. And some space here. 62 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. First down, Mills. He'll buy some time right. Mills hit, and he loses the ball. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. A tight one, 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. On first and 10, Mills. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Sometimes it's design, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Pierce now up the middle. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover. That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Handoff right side to Pierce. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Pierce. Ooh, with a juke. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. And they'll try to throw here. Mills. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. Touchdown, Texans. Chris Moore, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have regained the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them
played running back at some point in their career, and that's...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. Dances by him, and he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never... see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk reward.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans had a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. Now the ball comes loose. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was it 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Complete right side to Otten. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. 2nd down and 8. Brady to throw again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's going to have the Bucs 1st down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down. Really nice job there, showing the mobility, getting outside and creating something. I mean, that's good on any down. When you're going for it on 4th, that's a big play.
And it wasn't designed at all. Not a designed play for him to bootleg out or get outside the pocket. That's just feeling pressure, knowing where to exit. And as you mentioned, finding the 1st down on a 4th down play.
Again, it's Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cade Otten from 8 yards out. And the Bucs are an extra point away from evening this one up.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Brady will look to throw for it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point
tries and see what the data tells us? Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And now out comes Houston. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Now Mills. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mills to the air again. And this one too low. Dameon Pierce, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Mills. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Mills. And he's he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Davis Mills scampering home from 19 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. They'll drive that time of 6 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially he's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game.
The goal was to score just before the break, but I'm not sure that a safety was how they expected to do it. But give the defenders credit. They saw how the series was starting out, and I think it increased their intensity. This was their chance to make a huge play before the half, and all they needed was one play to get it done.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Desmond King picks it. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6. Well, partner, this is where I need the color commentator. I'm not sure what to say about that one.
Hey, you and me both, my man. Let's just let that one go and move on.
Deal. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. Apologies to Coach. Cut him short. We'll talk to him post-game. We got business to get down to. Third quarter action ready to go. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter. And my goodness, another interception. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mills. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Bucs are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
He's been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
Airing this one out for Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his second touchdown of the night. And the Buccaneers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Could have been up one with a point after, but they go for two. It worked.
It almost seems like they're trying to set an identity, doesn't it? We're going to be one of those teams that every time we get a chance to put extra points on the board, we will. Because really it's minimal in difference, right? Whether you're up one or two, a field goal can still get you.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose. But you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Mills on first down. They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
And now here is another interception. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions.
Mills hit, and he loses the ball. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be
the field as he'll go for 2. And this is going to be caught. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Houston set to take over. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. On play action, Mills. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Here's Mills. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes. When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now the short yardage man, Burkhead. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Rex Burkhead, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have cut it back within a score. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
So they go with the pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Airing this one out for Evans. It got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Brady. And this one is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Texans will take over possession here up at the 44. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
This is caught. It's Cooks. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside. The 20. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Looking to throw is Mills. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for. as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Mills. And he comes back with one complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Back to throw. Mills. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. First and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on first down, there was no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turned the ball over.
A very solid gain of 27. On first down, Brady. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cade Otton with his second touchdown of the night. And the Bucs get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one possession. And the ball is out. Burkhead lost it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was... And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are right back in this football game. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision could get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Looking to throw. Mills. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take over here up near the 40. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Julio Jones, 46 yards. And the Bucs have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Operating from the gun, Mills. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Chris Moore. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Texans get a bit closer. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
They're going to try and run, and they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the fourth. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Up the gut with Burkhead. Oh, a good move at the 5. 11 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
They'll try again.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Texans have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth.
They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter.
Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it.
There he goes right side. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's fourth down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Now Brady got to have this one. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. That throw by Brady incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Now Brady again.
That's to Evans, and what a nice catch that is.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. A 3-yard touchdown pass.
And the Bucs are back within a couple of the lead. So, and now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this,
here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Brady's going to look to throw. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted to tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. Boy, a potential game changer there here in the fourth quarter to kick that out of bounds. And now they get great field position at the 40 in a tie ball game.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Again, they run with Burkhead. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now Mills.
He gets it to Cooks.
Down the right sideline.
Touchdown! Brandon Cooks. 54 yards.
And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Mills back to throw.
Flush to his right. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Tom Brady in the offense. Down by 8. 1:44 to go. Brady to throw. He's got a man. Complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Back to throw. Brady out to his left.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body benefit the doubt, so he was clearly over the line.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And incomplete on the deep ball. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Boy, going for it at this stage in the 2nd half, back in the shadow of your own goalpost. Explanation, please, Mr. Davis.
I'm not sure I'm going to give you a great one, but here's it.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Well, they came so close, Charles Hayward.
Tonight, it's the National.
The long fortnight of Super Bowl week is over, and away we go in Super Bowl 58.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First play, Mahomes looking to throw it.
He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And McKinnon is in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Well, not exactly the way that they drew it up, partner, but certainly not going to complain because the end result, touchdown.
A great outcome for the offensive side, but a crushing play defensively. You make a quick stop, force a fumble, only to see them take the fumble all the way in for 6 points. Now the challenge becomes not getting down and going out and continuing to make plays and hoping the ball bounces your way the next time.
Tell you what, they're not messing around. You get the quick touchdown, and then you go for 2 to go up 8-0 here on the road.
In a sense, they hit him with a big shot right away. You don't throw a jab after you throw the haymaker, right? Go ahead and go for 2. They did. They're in control.
On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And this is the moment the Bears organization dreamt of when they traded up to select Fields in the 2021 draft. One of the league's oldest teams, this franchise has just one Super Bowl chip.
And oh, right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown.
And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit, or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trick, and he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys.
And this is going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's...
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Draw play, Fields gives to Montgomery.
A great move by Montgomery. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home, the next guy comes.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago.
Khalil Herbert.
43 yards.
And the Bears are on the board here in this Super Bowl.
Santos with the extra point, and that trims the lead down to 9. That time a 6-play drive. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Now here's Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. A big one here early in this Super Bowl. It's 3rd and goal.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Chiefs will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
Mahomes will throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57.
Can't wait to see what the second quarter has in store. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports.
On the move past the 40.
And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 30-yard line.
Here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Montgomery will take it in. Touchdown, Bears. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football, you often find good running lanes.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody...
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Bears are back within a score. Trying to run it in with Montgomery.
And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he loses the football a second time. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. There's Mooney with another catch.
And he'll be out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Now the red challenge flag makes an appearance as Andy Reid wants a second opinion. So the decision to throw the flag, a good one by Andy Reid.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Fields.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
He's got a man complete.
And he will be taken down, but it is a huge play there to flip field position. And they'll be on the other side of the field as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now Fields.
They'll roll him out right. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
2nd and 10. Fields again. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Now a 1st down throw. Fields.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down. Here's Fields.
Looking right. Sign and it's complete. Touchdown, Chicago.
Darnell Mooney.
35 yards.
And the Bears will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. Matt Eberflus is going to keep his offense on the field. They're going for 2. try to run it in with Montgomery.
And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first two two-point tries, still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for two so often?
Yeah, and we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up. The football, and will take over at the 24-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again, and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
Yeah, now they'll try to pile on. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down. Rolling to his left. Shifts. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and two fumbles in their last three offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
So we've reached halftime. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated. Ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a cost.
Touchdown, Chicago!
Darnell Mooney.
His second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Bears will extend their third quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the two-point try will be unsuccessful.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
What was that? Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you...
And now here is another interception.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard in the last...
He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 32 that time. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
The defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they...
There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Juju Smith-Schuster,
54 yards.
And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. So that's going to be a nice one for the passing stats, and that's how it will go down in the stat sheet. But the success of that play, no doubt, all thanks to the talents of the wideout.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears.
Well, that two-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people can't see this, but you got a ball in your hands now, and you got the thing locked in pretty well. You got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled. I can tell you that.
Maybe.
So